What's up, my freeze drying friends? I am so sorry I did not get a video out this week. I'm sure you all have been missing my face. If you saw in my latest video, my voice was getting all scratchy and weird, and I ended up getting sick and did not feel well enough to make any freeze drying videos this week, and so that was kind of a huge bummer. But I'm feeling much better, and I finally got something in my freeze dryer for a video. A couple of weeks ago, I was given a bunch of pineapple and decided to puree. I think I did 2 pineapples that I cut up, put in my blender, and just completely pureed them, stuck them in my freeze dryer trays, put them in the freezer, and then kind of forgot about them. And so this week I remembered I had those in the freezer, so I got 2 more fruits to do in my 2 other trays, pureed. And I wanted to make some fruit powder because that is not something I have done yet, and I thought that will be super fun to have. I've been brainstorming all the things that I could use fruit powder for, and I think it's going to be so convenient to have. I love making smoothies. That's one thing that I do for myself and for my kids, to get in fruits and veggies, because we're not great about actually eating lots of veggies around here, but I like having powders and things that I can blend into a smoothie. So I think it'll be great for that purpose. I think some of them will be awesome to flavor different things like yogurts or ice cream and stuff. Sprinkling in some fruit powder, I think sounds delicious. Baby food, I wanted to experiment and see if we could reconstitute it with some water and it can become more of like a baby food pureed consistency. I don't have any babies, but some of y'all out there might have a baby that this could be super useful for, or a grandbaby, I don't know. I thought that would be fun to test out. I also want to show you how Alaska is looking the last week or 2. We are hardcore into fall right now. The leaves are all changing and starting to fall, and it is so beautiful. We have had amazing weather the last couple of days. It is definitely chilly, but we have had a break from the rain, and so it's been amazing. And I just, every time we're out and about, look around at the beautiful fall colors, and it's awesome. So I'm gonna take you on a little adventure, kind of, a little bit later in the video and show you some of the beautiful fall colors. We actually have to go out to the Alaska State Fair to pick up something that I entered in the fair because, you know, that was so fun for me. I'll show you guys what I did and if I got a ribbon. Okay, so I need to take you back in time again to a few days ago when I was getting my fruit ready for my freeze dryer trays. I will take you to my freeze dryer when I got it loaded up and show you the process, and then I will meet you back here to take them out because they are all ready. I am ready to get my fruit blended up in the blender. I purchased frozen blueberries from Costco. I do not have enough fresh blueberries to do a fresh blueberry powder, and it is way more budget friendly to buy them pre-frozen in a bag than buying the cartons of blueberries at the store. Unless there's like a really good deal on them, then stock up on fresh, but this will work just great. I am gonna do blueberries and a pack of bananas. I already did pineapple a few days ago. It's been sitting in my freezer. I received some fresh pineapple from my friend at our local food bank that was overflowing with pineapple, and they needed to get rid of it to members of the community. So I went and got some pineapple. I've already blended it up, put it on my trays, and I am just gonna do the blueberries and banana, and we are gonna turn this all into a beautiful, magical fruit powder. I did let these sit out on my counter for like an hour or 2 to kind of thaw a little bit. And I am just gonna do little batches at a time. I'm not sure how much a tray is going to need. I'm just doing 1 tray of blueberries. I'm gonna start with this and see how it goes. I had to add a few splashes of water to get this at a smooth consistency and use my spatula to kind of grind it down. My Vitamix came with a tool that you can stick through the lid and mash as it goes, but of course it's lost. So I just used a rubber spatula and that did okay, but man, this sure does look so good. It looks like blueberry sorbet. You know what I want to buy is one of those Ninja Creamy ice cream makers. This would be so good in that. It would turn it just into a nice ice cream. That would be awesome. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get this on the tray and if I should do some. Here's my tray. I can definitely fit more on here. I think this time I'm gonna microwave my blueberries a little bit so they're not, because they're still kind of frozen, and that might be why it's not blending up as easily as it could. So I'm gonna try that for this next batch. Microwaving them first definitely works like a charm. When I put it into the blender, they blend it up perfectly. So now I'm just going to get this onto the tray. And I think this will be enough for the blueberries. I'm now gonna get my bananas chopped up and I'm gonna do the same thing, put them through the blender, and I might need to add some water if it isn't pureeing well on its own. The bananas turned out perfect. I think I can fit more definitely on this tray. All I did was add a splash of water and they blended up perfectly. This first batch was 4 bananas. I'm gonna do 4 more. I definitely recommend using a tray liner with your fruit purees. Why is that so hard for me to say? Fruit puree. Because when you go to remove them from the freeze dryer, it is much easier to be able to lift up on the mat to get the food out. Otherwise they kind of stick to the tray and you gotta like scrape it out. So I definitely do that. I used parchment paper. I can't remember if I used them on my pineapple or not. So I guess we'll find out. And then you can see if it does stick to the trays, how that looks. But you can use silicone tray liners or parchment paper, whatever you have. I just need to get my tray lids for these, stick them on, and then get them into the freezer. These are my Harvest Right tray lids that are super easy and convenient to use. Don't mind all my trash everywhere. You just stick them on like so. And then it's super easy to stack them up into your freezer, carry them around wherever you need to go. I definitely recommend getting these if you have a freeze dryer. I will have the link to Harvest Right in my video description if you want to check out the accessories that they have there. So I'm gonna let these freeze for about 24 hours and then get them into my freeze dryer tomorrow morning. Definitely pre-freezing fruit purees. There we go again. I still can't say that word. I am so sorry. It helps your freeze dryer run just be a little bit shorter if it's not having to pre-freeze it, but you definitely can do a full run. It just will take a little bit longer. I'll catch you guys tomorrow when we get our freeze dryer all set up and ready to go. Hello, welcome back. It is the next day. It's been 24 hours that my pureed fruits have been in my freezer, so I am ready to get them into my freeze dryer this morning. Let me show you the settings I'm gonna use. I'm gonna go into customize. I'm hitting reset, and I like all my standard settings. I always increase my dry time so that if it ends in the middle of the night or something, it'll just keep drying. I'm gonna hit save and start. And then we wait a 15-minute cool down, and then I will get my food out of the freezer to put into the freeze dryer. Be sure to stick around to the end when these are done being freeze dried. I'm gonna show you some ways that you can use your powdered fruit. I'm super excited. I have some great ideas on how we can use our fruit purees. I don't know why that's so hard for me to say. Okay, anyway, hold on. Okay, I got all of my fruit here. The only one I'm kind of concerned about is the banana. It browned on me a little bit. I didn't think about using like adding lemon juice or vinegar or something to it to help it prevent from browning, but I'm sure it's gonna taste fine. I don't think it's gonna hurt anything, but it's not as beautiful and vibrant as the pineapple and the blueberry. But let's go ahead and get these loaded up. We've got our food freezing now. I'm sure it's gonna take at least 24 hours, so I will update you guys sometime tomorrow when this is finished. I will do my weigh test to weigh my tray and see if the food is fully freeze dried. You take a weight wait an hour, reweigh it, and if the weight is the same, then your food is done. If it is changing, then it is still removing moisture from the food and it needs to stay longer. That's just one simple way that you can test to see if your food is fully freeze-dried. Also, now is a good time to tell you, if you are wanting to purchase a freeze dryer, Harvest Right has this fall sale going on right now. All freeze dryers are $300 off. So you get a little bit of savings if you order a freeze dryer through the Harvest Right website. I have an affiliate link in the video description below. Remember, if you purchase a freeze dryer through my freeze dryer link, I will be sending you a fun little goodie bag. Thanking you for using my link. It comes with my I'd freeze dry that magnet and some other little stickers and stuff. Just as a thank you for supporting me and my channel here. Y'all are the best. If you want a freeze dryer, now's a great time to get in on that. Remember, the new Pro gives you 5 trays instead of 4. That's the one that's on sale for $300 off right now. So keep that in mind. Happy shopping. If you have any questions about the type of freeze dryer or the size that you might need for your family, leave it in the comments and I am happy to give you suggestions there. I am here in my backyard to show you some beautiful fall colors and to give you Brooke's trivia corner question of the day. The mountain behind our home is just becoming golden and beautiful, and it is just so pretty. Soon the leaves will be gone and it'll be covered in snow, but until then we will enjoy the pretty fall colors. Question of the day is, what is Alaska's coldest city and what are the average temperatures in the summer and winter? Let me know your guesses down in the comments below and I will share with you the answers at the end of the video. Welcome back. It is the next morning. My freeze dryer has entered its extra dry cycle. So right now is when I am going to do my test to see if the food is finished. To pause your freeze dryer, you're just gonna hit the little leaf at the top and open your drain valve. And that'll release it so that you can pull out a tray. I am going to test the blueberry one. This smells so good. Okay, we are at 795 grams. So I am now going to select more dry time. Close drain valve. Continue. And it just automatically gives you 2 hours. In about an hour or so, I'm gonna reweigh it. What was my number? 795? I might have to watch this back so I remember. If the weight is less than that, then it is still removing moisture and it needs to go for longer. If the weight is the same, then it's all done. I think I accidentally just shut down my freeze dryer, but oh well, I need to weigh my tray again to see if we still need more dry time on this sucker. Okay, we are at 782. I think before I said I was at 785. So I want to let this go longer, definitely. Let's figure out how to get this back on. I figured it out. I restarted it like I was starting a new freeze dryer run, and I just kept hitting the little leaf in the corner right here. Hopefully that is focused. The little leaf, and that just skips all of the steps until I went to the drying cycle. So I'm gonna let this dry longer. We'll do the weight test again, and hopefully this will get done sometime this evening so that I can finish my video and have it uploaded tomorrow. So I let this go for a very long time. After doing my weighing test yesterday, it still needed more time, so I decided to just let it go overnight and to be sure that it was done. Now it is the next day, it's ready to go. I'm gonna pull out my trays and get ready to do our powdering. These here are my 2 pineapple trays. This is the banana, this is the blueberry. The banana is a little brown. If you got any tips on keeping the bananas from browning when you're doing this process, let me know in the comments. I would love any info or secret tips that you guys got, because I didn't think about that and don't really know how to fix that problem. I mean, I'm still gonna eat it, it's gonna be fine, but it could look better. You want to work fairly quickly with this because as soon as you take it out of the freeze dryer, it is exposed to oxygen and moisture. So we're gonna run these upstairs and I'm gonna show you how I am gonna process them and pack them into mason jars. So we came out to the Alaska State Fairgrounds. I entered a Christmas tree skirt into the quilting section of the fair. I don't know if I showed you guys, but this is my tree skirt. And I even won a ribbon for honorable mention. So success at the Alaska State Fair. But I also wanted to show you guys all the beautiful fall colors happening in Alaska right now, and this sunshine is feeling so good. This is just here at the fairgrounds in Palmer, Alaska, and can't get a better day. It is so nice out. Okay, here I am in my kitchen. I've got my mason jars back here that I'm gonna eat. Don't mind this. My husband and the youth group that he works with at church are making paper mache piñatas, and this is hanging there drying. Very random, but that's what that is. Just ignore it. I'm gonna see how this powders up in my little Ninja food chopper, and I'm also gonna try my Vitamix, kind of just see which one I like better. But the plan is break the trays, break the fruit up into pieces, chop it up, get it into the mason jar, and then we will go from there. Here are my 3 finished jars. I learned some things. I definitely prefer my Ninja food chopper for powdering over the Vitamix. The Vitamix was just a bigger thing to deal with. It doesn't have as spaced out blades like the Ninja does, so it, I don't know, just did not chop it as well, and it kind of stuck to the sides a little more than it did on the smaller containers. So the blender works. If that's what you have, it definitely will work, but I preferred the little food chopper. That little Ninja food chopper I got as a wedding gift 10, 11 years ago. And it's, I don't know, it's starting to act a little funny. It's still kind of working. I may need to be getting a new one in the future, but I will use it until the thing dies. If you are looking for something similar, I'll link it in my video description. They do have a more like updated version, obviously, because that one's fairly old, but it works great. And I also love it for chopping veggies and things like making salsa. Works great. I just used my Food Saver mason jar attachment to suck the extra air out of the jars. I also throw in an oxygen absorber just for extra protection of the food to keep it dry. And then anytime I open it and use it, I will just vacuum seal it, and it'll keep it fresh for a good amount of time in your pantry. So the 2 things I want to show you are the puree, like trying to make baby food, and I am going to use the banana powder to put into a smoothie to see if we still get the banana flavor using the powder versus using like a fresh banana or a frozen banana. So I think I'm gonna try the puree with the blueberry and just see how it looks. I'm just gonna pour some water into this and give it a stir. This is kind of cool. So I think I added a little too much water for this amount of powder. I would have done a little less, but I could always just add more powder to this to thicken it up a little bit. But this looks so good. Yes, I'm gonna eat it because it's not baby food, it's just blueberry. That is so good. It really is delicious. Okay, I'm also realizing that this would be so delicious, like over waffles or pancakes for like a blueberry sauce on top. And it's just pureed blueberry. There's no added sugar, no corn syrup. It is super healthy. You could feed this to a baby as baby food, but I also think this would be amazing as a syrup or a blueberry sauce on like those foods that I said, or even on ice cream. So good on yogurt. Delicious. Okay, I've got Wesley here. We just finished dinner and are making a little protein shake for dessert. So we just have my favorite protein fixings in here, like almond milk, a splash of heavy cream, some water, ice, protein powder, powdered peanut butter, some chocolate collagen. I think that's it. And now where I would add like half of a frozen banana, we are gonna do the banana powder. All right, we are ready for our taste test. We're gonna see if we can taste the banana flavor in this smoothie, okay, Wes? Cheers. Oh yeah, I definitely taste the banana.
Yeah.
You taste it?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it good?
Yeah.
You don't look very happy. Give me a smile or something. Don't jump with the smoothie in your hand, man. This was great. Super easy hack for making smoothies, adding banana to a protein shake. If you're doing a like protein shake with vanilla or yogurt or something, adding the other fruits would also be so good in it. Like pineapple in a vanilla shake, I think will taste so good. I just don't have vanilla protein powder right now. I only got chocolate, so we went with banana and very good. Okay, it's a little chilly out here, but not too bad. Let's answer Brooke's Trivia Corner question. The coldest city in Alaska is Utqiagvik. I think I am saying that right. I had to look up Google how to pronounce it. Utqiagvik. But it is the city formerly known as Barrow, Alaska, and it is the most northern city in the United States. And the average temperatures are -20 in the winter and like low 40s in the summer. So very chilly there. And when the sun sets in Utqiagvik on November, I think it said 25th, you don't see daylight again for 65 days. Here in Anchorage, we have more daylight than that. I know a lot of people think Alaska, it's dark all winter. But the very shortest day of the year, we have, I think it was like 6 hours of daylight still. I can't totally remember, but it wasn't ever all the way dark. It is dark in the evenings and the mornings though. The kids go to school in the dark, get home, and then it's almost dark again. So let's just, how life is here. It is a town I would love to go visit and see. There's like, I think 5,000 people who live there. They do a lot of hunting there for their livelihood. I know they hunt whales, seal, polar bears, all kinds of things. Very interesting. Are you peeking our cool purple lights that we got for Halloween coming up? We thought it would be fun to get some fun purple spooky lights. I got to decorate more for Halloween coming up soon. We got our spider out already, but I unplug him because he is very loud. Oh yeah, also my husband hung our Christmas lights today because here in Alaska at Christmas time, everything's covered in snow and ice. So you got to do it early if you want to have Christmas lights. We won't turn them on until after Halloween, but he got them up today because we had a nice break in the weather. We had a pretty sunset happening over there. I want to thank you all for being patient with me this week while I was not feeling well. I'm glad to be doing much better and now back to regularly scheduled programming over here at DIY Freeze Dry. I am excited to do some holiday stuff coming up. I think my next video needs to be something to do with Halloween since we're gearing up for Halloween. I know it's not October yet, but we're almost there, so it's probably happening. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys on the next freeze drying adventure. Bye.